This time it's hungry. Anyway, we're going to move on to episode 17. Like I said, the last episode of today, we've already been streaming for 1 hour and 35 minutes. Not too long of a stream, only 4 episodes, 14, 15, 16, 17. But that will give me more time to actually edit/render it and then upload it. So, double-edged sword. Double-edged sword. Anyway, like I said, the Kiss Anime logo is going to appear for like 5 seconds. But we're going to get started. Let me just put my headphones on. We're going to get started. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. And yes, I saw that comment saying another stream of Fate Zero and I'll be caught up. Exactly. We're going to do another stream probably Thursday, a week from today. Thursday, I'm going to say. And that's when we're going to be caught up with Fate Apoc. Stop being so cute. Stop being so cute. But she's already seen him. Oh, okay, maybe. Well, otherwise it wouldn't work. But she doesn't know that. Does she know that she's ruler? No, she doesn't. Alright. Alright. So they're gonna, oh god, I'm gonna hate this episode. I already know. Oh, not hate, but I'm gonna really dislike this episode. I don't dislike things ever, really. I like a lot of things. I like pretty much everything. But I know exactly where they're going with this episode. I already know exactly where they're going with this episode. They're gonna go on a date and whatnot, and then they're gonna have some talk and whatnot. She's gonna try and persuade him to stop and whatnot, and she's essentially gonna act like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen, and we already know that's gonna happen. They're gonna go on a date. They're gonna all look relaxed and whatnot, just to lure Jack the Ripper into like a false sense of security, and we're gonna basically half the episode is gonna be a date, which I normally don't mind. But not in this situation, because she is a ruler. That's what you have to understand, is she is a ruler. If she was a servant, right, let me get this right. If she was a servant or a master, I would be all for it, 100%. Like, you know what, that's going to be a great episode. But she is the ruler. It's like a king. It's like the king of a country, right? Just being like, you know what, I like this system, or I like, say, king of the world. Let's say king of the world. Okay, king of the world. I like Europe more. Europe will get all the food. It will get all the gold, everything. Everyone else, nobody cares. That's my issue. That is my issue. That she's a ruler. Okay. No. Stop it. No. That's not your job. That's not yours. Why are they doing this to me? Yeah. Who? The perfect duo. Yeah, I've heard this piece played so many times in like the last 2 weeks. I've heard this piece being played so many times in like the last few weeks. Yeah, I don't think this has some controls or anything. Anyway. How you playing that Schumann piece and then in the background you just have... Oh, okay, I thought that was... No, that's... Oh, that's a person. That is the blood of a person. I was about to say, in the back you have like a corpse or whatnot. No. I need to... What minute we're on? 5 minutes. Alright. I need to go back to that fact because I think I just saw like Dracula poster in the background. Vlad the Third poster. You see, we look relaxed. Exactly. You're just doing that for your own personal gain, aren't you? It's funny how I like each of these characters individually, but I don't like them together. I like the attention to detail. I really, really like the attention to detail. Like that car in the background, the car plate had RO with the Romanian flag in it. Alright. The sun is going down, they're going in that dark alley. I don't think so. Okay. No. Not we. It's his life. It's his life. No. That is a fair point. Yeah. No, that's a thing. Like, to some, somebody is a hero. To others, that person is a villain. Because if you want to fight for freedom, for example, you have to slay other people. That sounds stupid, but I'm just trying to put it in like her context. Say your country's being oppressed and one person suddenly, gets rid of the oppressors. He still killed people. Still got rid of the oppressors. I sound like Spartacus. Stop blushing. I hope Assassin just comes out from that hole right there and just gets rid of one of them. Come on, Jack. Oh, I was hoping. I was banking on that. Finally, the best part. The best group, I should say. Fine. Are we gonna get answers for that? $50 ago? Okay. 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 See, he seems I like him. I like him a lot. Like, he seems very, very determined. Like, to the point where it's almost scary. Like, he always tries to keep his cool, but just then he actually lost it for like half a second. Just half a second. But he seems honest. Oh, watching over him. Hey. Finally, we're learning more about him. All right, perfect. Never mind. I'm loving this episode. Finally. Yeah, he might be doing good. You need to talk to him first. Talk to him. See what I would like to see. Her and Shiro. That would be awesome. Not her and Seek. Shiro. Amakusa Shiro. Supposed to be. I mean, I just realized I'm gonna mention this at the end, if I don't forget. Somebody remind me in the comment section after I finish this. Guy Fawkes. There is now though. Back then it wasn't, but now there is. Alright. Now you're letting down your guard. Just a second, any second now. Hey! Hey! Just look at that guy in the background smirking. He's like, what? Ah, here goes a mist. Here goes to mist. What a wait. What a wait. Oh, that's hilarious. Alrighty-o. Alrighty-o. Y'all are about to all die. Yep. Who don't even know who you are. They couldn't take shelter before that, before you have to... Alright, you know, I won't question humans because obviously we're very stupid. Like, nobody moved, nobody did anything until she actually said it. And gone. After you. Is that her master? That is her master, right? That's a plan, come on. I don't see a wound. That's her master. No. No. Told ya. Alright. You can just tank the hits. Alright, sure. And she runs. Doesn't the mist affect her? Behind you. An assassin always attacks from the back. Yeah. We are reign. We have the power. Mario the Ripper. Oh, you messed with the wrong person. That's because you messed with the wrong person. You need to run. You can't beat Ruler. Ah, okay, that's one way to do it. I like it. Ah, she got away good. You should have aimed for the head. You should have aimed for the head. Why didn't you aim for the head? How? You know, I actually feel sorry for her now. It's the voice acting, that's why. Great voice actor. Not voice act, no. Actress. Nope. Is... What? Oh. Dodge. Go down. You can see it in the mirror, right? Ah, you fucking serious? Who would have ever thought that you would feel sorry for serial killers? Well, she should be fine, right? Command seal to what? Yeah. Yeah. Run. Just run. Even deadlier poison missed? Things just changed to London. Oh, you guys are dead. You are in London. She was... Don't tell me that was her back in the day. What? What? No! How? Ah! Damn it! How do you just end it like this? How do you just end it like this? Like one more second, like 30 more seconds would have been fine. But like they essentially just ended it mid-sentence. You can't just end it mid-sentence. Like it's like how are you guys? Anyway, episode 17. Seems like next time we'll just continue right off with Jack the Ripper versus Seek. Her master has died. I'm guessing this is like the full extent of her NP, of a noble phantasm, where essentially she goes back to London, like back to her day. And in there she looked even smaller. She looked like she was like 2 years old. Now she looks like she's 10 years old. There she looked like she was 2 years old. The youngest serial killer in history, I'm guessing. The lolliest. I don't know. That's not a word, is it? The lolliest serial killer in history. Anyway, this episode was actually much better than I thought it would be. Like at the beginning of the episode, I thought it was going to be much worse because I thought it was going to be them two. But there was obviously some interaction here and there, obviously. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't. It wasn't like that. It wasn't bad at all. Actually, it was okay. It was good actually. But yeah, I actually like seeing that we get more information, obviously, on Shiro, and I like the fact that Sharon is actually that Akil is actually taking his time to try and like find out more about him. I really like seeing that. I really like seeing him doing that. I really do like seeing that. So I'm really glad with actually the way the episode ended. I'm really glad with not ended, but the ending. Okay, let me get about the ending in a second because the ending. Yeah, I wish it didn't end like that. I not like mid sentence essentially, but I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. I like this episode a lot. That's what I'm gonna say. I like this episode a lot. Now let's have a quick look at the comments before we go. Boy, there's a lot of comments. Wow. Okay. Alright, yo. Polygon, right. Seek X John makes you want to jump off a cliff. Well, there literally no reason for it. Same, Seek X Lava is the only ship I support. I'm not talking about ships, I'm talking about writing. To be fair, I've never really been much of a shipper, in all honesty. I've never really been much of a shipper. But yeah, I feel like, obviously, you guys, I'm not gonna mention it again because I mentioned it like 150 times. I think once these videos are gonna be uploaded to YouTube and Amazon Drive, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, look at this guy hating on Ruler so much. Screw him. But hey, I'm saying what I need to say. Ruler playing such an extreme feminine role just makes me... that really doesn't bother me. Like, that really doesn't bother me. What bothers me is, like I said, that she is supposed to be a ruler. And she's clearly playing favorites. Which, again, when she saved them at the beginning, I was like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. But now slowly... Not even slowly. Just at breakneck speed. She's essentially just playing favorites to such a huge degree that, you know, it's at this point she might as well just be like on his team. So she might as well essentially be his master or his servant. That's the way it's going. Like, she's not acting as a ruler. Most of the romance in this show is falls when it could be spent on more backstory / development of other servants. They're gonna have to squeeze a shit ton of backstory into the last 4 episodes. We decided considering how many fights should happen. It's usually the end of Fate series is just filled with intense epic fights that people love because of how developed the characters are. My boy Kana has gotten like 3 minutes of Shakespeare, I think, has gotten even less. Shakespeare has gotten probably even less. At least Kana had a fight. Shakespeare had like... Well, Shakespeare doesn't fight. He already said that he wouldn't. But Shakespeare had like a quick talk. Essentially destroyed Frankenstein. And then we've not seen him again. It's just like a very quick scene. Just like, yeah, I'm Shakespeare, people. And that's it. That's all there is really to Shakespeare. Although I do understand that it is difficult to give Kana backstory considering it's very complicated, I assume we'll get something in these last 4 episodes though. It is funny that I support Amakusa's cause more than a black faction. I want to use my body... Yeah, well. I want to use my body to thank you. Well, that one guy in the background, he looked at him, he's like, hey, my boy going in, bro. My boy going in. Against other female servants, that should have been a one-hit kill. It's Ruler. You can't one-shot Ruler. Just to let you know, Maria the Ripper is a one-hit KO against females. Okay, so that's what it meant. So alright, so that's where you wrote female servants, not just servants in general. I see. Okay, I thought I was gonna be like a one-hit KO move, considering she acted like an assassin from the back. Like what an assassin would do, just from the shadows and then attacked, striked. But no, it's just specific to females. Okay, I see. I actually quite like it. If Seek ever dies, I'll feel less emotion than I do for Jack's master time. Yeah, again, yeah. Guy Fawkes, reminder, thank you. So, Guy Fawkes, well, okay, no, it's actually probably the wrong person. Actually, not Guy Fawkes, I forgot whose name it was. But it was also, who was it? There is somebody, I don't know why I thought of Guy Fawkes. I know why I thought of Guy Fawkes, because Guy Fawkes tried to kill the king and whatnot, and obviously failed with the gunpowder treason plot. But that's not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of what's the name? Another person that got rid of the royalty in Britain in like 1500 or so. I'm trying to think of the name right now, but really, the name doesn't come to me right now. Essentially, he got rid of the king. What's this? 1 second. Where is my? I don't know where I've got him. 1 second. National law. No. Give 1 second. I think I've got him written down somewhere. No, I don't. But anyway. Basically, he got I'm gonna quickly explain, right? Essentially, there was tyranny not tyranny per se, but like, the king was an awful ruler. I think it was Henry the Seventh. I don't know exactly the king. That's the issue. I don't know which king it was exactly. Essentially, right? I think it was. I might be getting the king wrong, the name wrong. But anyway, like King, let's say Henry the Sixth. I'm like I said, because I'm assuming it's Henry the Seventh. So Henry the Sixth, he was an awful king. He essentially spent all his time on. No, actually, James the Second. James the Second, I think it was. So James the First was an awful king, and all he spent his money on was war. Taking it from the poor, and then just spending it on war, and while he was at home, just essentially getting jiggy. He was an awful king, but then when he died, his son took over. I think it was James II, and he essentially was like his father times 10. So he took even more money through taxes and whatnot, and spent it even more on wars and whatnot, to the point where there was no money left, and he still kept going for war. And while he was just at home, getting jiggy, just to be PG friendly, to getting jiggy, right? So then the people decided to do an uprising. They got rid of him, and then they appointed a leader, and I can't remember that leader's name. This story has a point. You'll see in a second. But they appointed a leader's name, right? I guess I can relate that back to Guy. I'll relate that back to Guy Fawkes in a second, because I now know why I actually brought it up. And I'm actually talking about something totally different right now that I just thought about something. Anyway, they appointed a leader, and he wasn't the king. He didn't become the king. He was just essentially like an overseer. He was essentially just like a watcher, essentially, just like somebody who was looking after, essentially like a president, you could say, like a president, not a king, like a president, until they could find an actual king that would take over, actual royalty. However, when he died, right, when the guy that was the overseer, when he died, they actually hanged him. They actually hung him. What's the right word? Hanged? Hung? Anyway, he was already dead, and they hung his dead body, because technically he committed treason. So they hung him while he was already dead, to give him the death sentence, essentially. And what I was thinking of, all these people, like Shiro, and like I said, that's why I'm relating it. That's why I thought of Guy Fawkes, and I just related this to this story again, something totally different. Anyway, the reason why I related to that, because Shiro, as well as what's her name, John. I keep forgetting her name. Johnny Arc. Shiro, as well as Johnny Arc, they both served a cause, and then they died. They essentially got not betrayed per se, but they both died for that reason, obviously while they were still alive. But the reason why I just related back to this guy was because they had to hang him, because he technically committed treason, despite obviously the people acknowledging him, the people actually being liking what he did, but they had to hang him afterwards, after he was already dead. They dug up his corpse and hanged it, tied the noose around his head and hanged him, just as symbolic, essentially, considering that he committed treason. So I'm just thinking of potential rulers, for say Fate Apocrypha 2, I don't know whether we're going to do a sequel with actual rulers on each side, but for future rulers, in the sense, future characters, future people that they could use for rulers, because like I said, Shiro as well as John, he mentioned Shogun, so they both did something, they both helped the country and whatnot, and at the end they died. They got betrayed by the country, which, think about it now, Siegfried would also have a good potential of becoming a ruler. Maybe that's why, if that's the reason why Jen feels so close to Siegfried / Sieg, I would actually accept that. I would 100% accept that, because he had the potential to be a ruler, because if that's the reason. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, and anyone could be a ruler. I probably am overthinking this. But yeah,